Welcome back, Ash and Gloves Off. And today we have a great guest, a guest that's been on a quest to change how court systems work here in the United States. A great friend of mine that's out there doing it all. He's from D.C., now he's in Oklahoma, and he's on there to change things for the remainder of us. Number one, here it is, a great friend, Tanoa Downing. How are we doing today? Doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed at the same time that this is miserable, but I'm blessed, man. And like I say, it's a real honor to be able to do it. I was talking with a guy this morning who had spent like 30 years in prison on a murder that he didn't do down in Florida, and when he came out this afternoon, he sent me a message after he went and read the stuff I did. He said, "You know what? You have my full support, 1,000%. Anything I can do to help, I trust you, and I'm gonna help push this." And that means a lot, because these guys are hearing it, man. They're getting it, and all I'm doing is being me. I'm just out here doing what I know is right, and it sucks because a lot of times a lot of people don't understand that or don't see that, but that's because their own selfish desires. I'm here doing this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now explain to those that just came in or those that are listening, what exactly are you doing? Because I've seen a lot of corruption and allowing fraud within our court systems, and especially here in South Texas. And I'm pretty sure that kind of resonates. And this is the micro. I'm pretty sure the macro is a little bit different throughout the U.S. So explain to everybody what you are doing.
There's the concept, as above, so below. As above, so below. So what we see going on in our individual lives, we can see in the collective level as well. I see it all the time. That's one of the ways I'm able to, strangely predict the future is because I'm very, very aware, acutely aware of what's going on in my own life, that I can actually extrapolate that and see, how that applies in the collective life. And a good example is that my children are going to be a product of the environment that my wife and I create. If we create an abusive environment, we're going to produce abusive children. They will be a product because they're going to follow their leaders, mom and dad. The same thing with a man. If our society is being led by criminals, then we're going to produce a society of criminals. And then we wonder why, we have mass incarceration. We're going to wonder why we have this aberrant behavior, because we're simply following our leaders. But the same can be said about the judiciary. The same can be said about the executive branch. If the Supreme Court of the United States is choosing to act unlawfully from the very beginning, then you can expect that all of their agents are going to be acting unlawfully as well. On the drive here to where I'm at in southern Oklahoma, on the way here, I had a little bit of a debate with one of my real good friends, who's the chief operations officer for the Oklahoma Anti-Corruption Task Force, and we see eye to eye on most things, but he has a very, very strong judgmental temperament toward certain criminal behavior, and I don't blame him for that, but I was trying to get him to understand that some of these crimes are created, and if we're going to have leaders that are going to claim to be moral leaders, the protagonists for our country, then they should be leading us in a good moral direction. And when they make decisions such as that they're going to buy, sell, and manufacture drugs so that they can bring them into a housing environment so that they can sell them to the poor people, so that when the poor people buy the drugs that they buy, sell, and manufacture, they're going to be arrested and put into an institution, because just like in the 1960s, who's going to stick up for a drug addict, right? That's what the judges said. But now today we have a whole nother type of addiction that a lot of people don't recognize and certainly don't know the danger, and it's called porn, right? It's a whole nother type of addiction that they're bringing in and introducing, because this court system has known for a long time that they were going to have to start decriminalizing drugs, as they are. And so now today, they say it's okay to have this aberrant sexual deviant behavior, but don't touch. And it just doesn't work that way, because today, there's a lot of people that are starting to go to prison on sexual deviance, but they're going there and the judges are saying, well, who's going to stick up for a sex offender now? we don't understand that these people are just following the leaders. Our leaders are creating this environment, and then our people are going and breaking the law and becoming sexual deviants within the environment that they created, and then we're holding them accountable. I don't think anybody should get over their crimes, but what I am absolutely never going to change is that the very first people that have to address their issues in criminality is going to be the leadership. If I'm the father, I'm going to take accountability before my son takes accountability, right? If I'm the president, I'm going to take accountability before any of the people do, because I'm responsible for leading them in a specific direction. And we need these leaders to step up now. We need them real bad.